What's up guys, Elfis here, and today we're going to be playing some Terraria, okay? So we're starting out a new world here. We're starting an expert mode world for what it's worth. Let's go ahead and just use control so we can auto cut things away, because we're going to need a bunch of wood here. So I know I started a Terraria Let's Play in the past, and there was a problem with my computer, and I lost a bunch of my information and files and recordings and stuff like that. So we're going to try again, and we're going to try again for two reasons. One, because there's a new patch that just came out, or not just, but recently came out, that added a boatload of whole bunches of new stuff in. And because the other thing is, this is a great game. So we're playing in expert mode, which is new. Expert mode makes the game a lot harder, but also makes you get a lot better loot. And anybody who doesn't know me very well, I'll inform you right now, the way to my heart is loot. I love loot. I love grinding for loot in games and you know, killing. To an extent, I'm not one of those guys who likes to kill 50,000 monsters to get the item that has like a rarity that's like impossible to get. That's sort of just annoying to me. But I am one of those guys that will grind for loot within reason. And I really like it, like a bunch. I love loot. It is just so much fun to fight these monsters and get, you know, grind the, kill the boss 3-4 times because you get cool rewards for it. I really think it's a great way to give you your, oh shoot, Pinky. Oh, no, not right now, Pinky. I have no items. I barely even have a mediocre sword, Pinky. Don't pick a fight with me. You're better than me. Pinky! I can't even hit you! This isn't fair! My sword doesn't hit. That's not fair, Pinky. This isn't fair. Pinky has 150 health, I think, so I'm pretty sure this is gonna take a long time. Crap. Let's get Jack, his name's not Jack, Levi. We'll get Levi here to help us out because I can't even poke him with my sword. I can't. Even if I wanted to, I can't. I can't hit him, which is sort of unfair, honestly. Ooh. Don't take too much damage. I don't have the, I'm basically gonna focus on avoiding his attacks and kind of let Levi here do a bunch of the damage because he does way, oh crap, because he does way more than me. Don't walk into him. Don't walk into him. Just keep knocking him. Ooh, he's stuck at the moment. Perfect. Let's take a quick timeout. We're gonna build this thingy. We're gonna pop that down. We're gonna build ourselves a non-crappy sword. Wooden sword. Boom. Replaces that. Now we can beat these things much better because we have a better little arc thing rather than the random poke in front of you. He's kind of stuck in there. He's sort of screwed himself, hasn't he? I kind of like this little plateau here. Maybe we'll make our house here. Well, while he's trapped in there, I'm going to keep collecting some wood. Let's see how much, does it say how much health he has? Oh, sorry, in hard mode he has 300 health. In normal mode he has, I'm pretty sure he has 150 in normal mode. So it'll take us like an hour to kill him, and there's no real reward for killing him, so I'm not going to do it. Just not going to, I'm not going to waste my time with it. It'll take me forever to do it. So I'm more interested in getting loot and wood at the moment, and ore. Specifically, by loot, I mean going through the dungeons, grabbing the chests, and getting some accessories. Early on, accessories are really all that I need. How much wood do I have? 330? Okay, we'll cut down a couple more of these trees. We're just going to kind of clear out a little. I think it seems to be hopping quicker. I wonder if that's because it's in hard mode, or if it's because of something else. Swap to my sword here so we can kill this. I think it might, I wonder if I think they might jump quicker because it's hard mode. Interesting. Alright. So we're going to be looking for accessories here in just a second. I just want to have enough to build a mild little dwelling. Nothing fancy. I'm not going to build a huge house right now, but I am going to build a tiny little dwelling here. So for anyone who's curious, these are going to be about 15 to 20 minute episodes, sometimes upwards of 30, sometimes downwards of 10 to 15. We'll see. It'll just depend on how much like editing I want to do for each particular video, like where I want to cut it. You know what I mean? Like which events cause me to cut. Like it might be that I kill two bosses real quick or something, and then maybe I don't want to go any further because I've done enough. So we have enough wood at the moment to make a decent sized, make a little dwelling here for my good friend Levi. Alright, so we're going to do that. We're going to do it on this plateau because I'm pretty sure it's wide enough as far as I can tell. Let's go build some wood up. I'll probably just do double doors on it, one on each side just because. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is wide enough. Let's see, where's it at? Alright, I'm not going to look for it. Let's just get the wooden wall. I haven't, you know, it's funny because I've played this game enough, but I haven't actually sat down and counted out how many I need to make one room. I really should. just like one normal size room. Apparently I made too much, but that's fine because wooden walls you can turn backwards into wood. So all the excess will turn back, and then we'll just trash the rest because I don't really feel like dealing with that. So we have a table. The workbench will count as a table. We need some chairs here. We're going to pop some chairs down right there. We need some light sources as well. Where are my torches at? I have some gel, which is great. Gonna make as many as we can. Let's pop those up over here. Gonna put down some light sources, and then we're also gonna make some doors. I might just do one door at the moment, just because, let's see. Oh god, no, Pinky, stay in there. Stay down there, Pinky. I don't have time to deal with you at the moment. Alright, perfect. Let's see, just check it. Housing is suitable. Awesome. Levi, you live here now. Welcome to your house. I hope I'm not going to set him free by jumping out like this. Oh, I just set him free. I did the exact opposite of what I wanted to do, but that's fine. Because we have a sword now. We'll kill him. He can drop a big chunk of gel, which would actually be helpful for us at the moment because of the fact that we're going to need to make torches, so whatever, we'll kill him. Levi here is helping us out. He's assisting us with his bow and arrow, so we will use his skills. I don't want him to attack Levi, though, because then Levi will, like, run away and not help. So I'm going to try and have him just stay on this side. Well, NPCs are sort of weird where, like, if they get attacked, they, like, run away. They commit survival as more important than helping out, which is fine. That's fine. They're NPCs. They're not supposed to be adventuring heroes or anything. So that is quite acceptable. I do wish he would shoot more arrows, though. Maybe it's because he doesn't have a good line of sight at the moment. What if I bump him into him? See, so now he just starts running away. He probably won't really help out much. No, he'll help a little, maybe. Maybe he will help out. Cool. Don't be useless, Levi. I built you a house. The least you can do is defend me with your honor. And with arrows. Arrows are pretty sweet, too. Ooh, that was a nice little setup we had going on where he kind of knocks him into me and then I knock him back. And, ooh, he's just about dead. He's getting there. A couple more hits. Ooh, and a purple slime right behind him. Well, behind me, but next in line. Perfect. Purple slimes are kind of cool just because of their color. They're nothing special, really. They don't give anything crazy as far as loot is concerned. They don't do anything super useful. It looks like we're getting closer and closer to nighttime here. Oh, they do hit pretty heavy, though, which is not a good thing. So we got a bunch of gel from him. We're going to close that door right this second because of the way it works out. I don't need this copper sword, but I also don't have a... Here's what we're going to do. We're going to actually just run because I want to try and find our first cave real quick, just so we can get a piece of loot. Because usually... Okay, we're going to run the opposite direction because I don't want to deal with the Crimson at the moment. Crimson's pretty not great. We're going to kill this guy just because he has something inside him. It looks like lead or iron. Oh, it was silver. Sorry. It was just a piece of silver. I didn't think that through. It's going to be kind of hard to jump over that house. I might have to make a second door. Typically, the game spawns you within, like, less than a minute's distance to, some type of chest. I'm not sure that is a requirement for the game to spawn you, but it typically does. I think we can mine this, right? Yeah, it's tin. Let's go ahead and make our little magic pickaxe, and then we're gonna jump and cut this up. So we have tin in our world instead of copper. That's fine. There's nothing special about having copper. I really hope this thing doesn't jump in the cave. That would be really not in the hole. That'd be really not good. I'm just gonna jump over that. We're still looking. We're looking for what we need to find. We're not gonna bother with those at the moment. We're looking for loot or something. Okay, looks like there might be a cave up here. Although I'm not sure I can jump over and get to. I can. This might be a bad idea to... Oh, nice. Okay, perfect. See, so here's our cave. It typically spawns you within somewhat of a close distance to a cave. Let's see our first chest. We got some climbing claws. Okay, works for me. Let's pop those on. We'll keep our ropes handy, too, just in case. We have these little mushrooms. They'll heal us. They'll be like a little light health thing. They're not anything great, but, they are useful. We're gonna go, we're gonna take these ores. I think I can get this. This is iron, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, so it appears we can cut iron because they start us with a copper pickaxe, not some weird wooden pickaxe like you start out with in Minecraft in those games. Which is great for me. Awesome. So we're gonna get a little bit of iron. We're gonna get a little more right here. Hopefully we'll be able to build an iron weapon or pickaxe, either or. I'll probably go with the pickaxe just so I can explore quicker. Although I might go with the weapon just because we're in expert mode, so it's going to be more difficult, supposedly. And I'm going to want to... oh, well, this was a ripoff. There's nothing here. I'm going to throw down some ropes so we can get out. And it also appears that we have a desert right about where we started, which is cool. And you can also see my guy. I like how the accessories show up on your characters. So like my guy has, oh wait, you have to cut these down with that. My guy has the claws on his hands. I am going to collect cactus because for anyone who doesn't know, cactus actually is very useful at the beginning. Now later on in the game, it's not quite as useful once you have real armor and weapons and blah, 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 blah. But early on, cactus can be really nice. Cactus, or I think they call it shadewood, maybe? That's the wood from the corruption areas, I think. Or probably crimson areas too. Or, what's the other one? Mahogany is another good one. So it looks like this is like a chasm. I don't know. Oh, what is going on down here? What is that noise? This is new to me. Oh, don't fall down forever, please, because you'll die. Oh, I want to drop down to this next little ledge, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to fall if I do. Yeah, I fell. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. Drink my potion. Get me out of here. Woo! I'm out. So let's see. We got a little bit of iron. We got some cactus, which is pretty nice. I'm going to go ahead and close this door because I'm going to do some work here. Let me toss down this chest. We did a little exploring there. We found like a little chasm in the that area, which is pretty nice, actually. I'm just going to toss that because we don't need that. It's not worth anything to us. Let's go ahead and just deposit these things. Sure, can be useful for bosses, as well as some other things later on. We've already looted 3 gold coins. Wow, you get a lot of gold in this world, huh? That's pretty impressive. So I didn't mention it up till now, but we're going to try and make a yo-yoer. Alright, so our basic guy is going to try and be someone who yo-yos. Right, so check this out. Just check this out. 9 melee damage on that. This does 8, okay? But this already has plus 14% damage as a modifier on it. So you're really looking at like 7, maybe 6, I think, default. I don't know. Either way. The pickaxe is at 35% pickaxe hour, so it's only the same as the copper, so that's not really important. But it does make decent armor. Alright, this is where it's important. This stuff actually makes some pretty decent armor. It's not the best armor, but it's really good when you're starting out. You can also make furniture and all this little stuff that honestly it just doesn't matter. You can make it if you want, you can not make it, it doesn't make a difference, so do whatever you want. Yeah, I mean honestly, do whatever you want, it makes no difference. So we're gonna kill a couple of these guys to get some gold. That's kind of our goal at the moment. Ooh, these are a little bit, sword doesn't do quite as much knockback as I would have liked. And try and push them out so that they don't get in. It looks like they won't really be able to get into the room that easily like this, and I can always close the door if I need to. I mean, once they get inside, closing the door won't help, but me and Levi should be able to handle them. The only thing is if they get in here and start attacking Levi, he like runs outside like an idiot, because Levi is dumb. But nice, so we're gonna get a little bit of gold. What are we getting? We're not getting a bunch of gold. Oh, you know what it might have been? We might have looted, did that thing just drop gel? Oh, did the Afro guys like have the ability to have like gel in their hair or something? Or is that supposed to be like gel on his head? That looks like an Afro to me, but oh, I think that's supposed to be like gel on his head. Yeah, he just dropped gel too. I think that was gel on his head. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay. A black lens on the guy. I looted a couple black lenses the other day. Black lenses are so nice to loot because they're like a 1 in 200 chance or something from a demon eye, and they make a pretty cool summon once you get into hard mode. Pre-hard mode, they're useless. They can't do anything. But post-hard mode, they can be useful. They can be. The gel will be useful to us for a number of things. You can use it to make torches, but primarily, once we get later on in the game, I'd like to get some slime statues so we can set up like a gel farm maybe to use a flamethrower. Because the flamethrower is a really fun item. Although it's not amazingly powerful, it's a lot of fun. I do want to go get that fallen star. Nice, I guess a shackle too. Let's go ahead and equip that. Boom. What do you give us? Plus 2 move speed? Yeah, and then the typical +1 defense, which is what we thought we were going to get. So that's fine. Nice. I might build 1 or 2 houses early on here just because we'll get some NPCs. NPCs are super OP. This dude, Levi, is doing more damage than I am most of the time, and he's got ranged with unlimited ammo. But the other NPCs will be pretty helpful too. So I'm thinking I might build us out a little town before anything. And then we'll work from there. The other thing I want to try and do is get some cobwebs so that we can make our first yo-yo. Yo-yos will be really useful to us because they're very, very high DPS. They have very weak knockback typically, but it's fine because of the high DPS. So they have really high DPS. Oh god, that hurt. They have really high DPS, and they have pretty decent range. So it's kind of the best of both worlds from like a melee weapon and bow put together. The only difference being is that it just, the knockback just is not there. It just doesn't have it. Let's go ahead and jump over this guy. I want to get Levi to help us if we're going to be fighting anybody. We might go down to break that pot just to see what we can get from that. The other thing we can do is I'd like to get a merchant so that I don't have to use my iron to make an anvil, and I can just use buy an anvil from the merchant. He sells one for, I don't know the price. I think it's like 2 gold, maybe something like that. That sounds like it might be right. Something along the lines of 2 gold for a thing. And since we've looted some gold out of chests, we should be okay. But we have to get a merchant to move in first, which means we have to make more houses. Basically just killing these guys to kill the nighttime, because we can't really go exploring during nighttime, especially in expert mode. These guys are hitting a lot harder and they have more health and all that. So we really have to kind of just wait it out, wait for the night to pass, and we'll work from there. I'd like to head back to the desert and hopefully get some more cactus. Cactus would really help us out because of the fact that we would be able to get better armor. I'm not sure what the set bonus is for the cactus, or if there is one. There must be, because there's a set bonus for everything as far as I know. But I'm not sure what it is. Oh, I was gonna try and hit him, but nope. We'll probably use some of these mushrooms just to eat and heal up. Early on, mushrooms aren't super useful. You can use them later on for some stuff, but they're mostly used for like decorative things, which we may or may not actually use. I like making a glowing mushroom room for the truffle NPC to move in, but Jesus, 61. What the heck was that? You hit like a goddamn truck, woman. Anybody else see that? She hit me for 61 damage. That's insane, dude. That's crazy high damage. So apparently those guys with the javelin things, or the spear arms, or whatever you want to call them, don't mess with them. I wonder if I can get down there easily to get the pot. No, I can't, so never mind. So apparently this guy, whoever that is, with his little zombie arm in his hand or something, I think that's supposed to be the zombie arm, because you can get a zombie arm as a weapon. Apparently don't pick a fight with them because they kick butt. Because that dude, ooh, we're getting closer and closer to daytime. I'd like to get a watch early on too, so we can see what time of day it is and not have to worry about, you know, nighttime and all that jazz. The only unfortunate, oh god, Jack, Levi, push her out of the house. Push the goddamn girl out of the house. Girl, zombie, man, whatever you are, get out of my house or die. Either or, either is acceptable. At this point, I'll die if anything hits me, even the weaker ones without the zombie arm in their hand. If they hit me, I'm dead. I'm gonna close that door. We're gonna let our health regenerate up a bit. Let's eat one of these mushrooms too. Don't really want to be using up our potions just yet. The potions will restore 50 life, but I don't really want to be using them up. That's another thing that needs to be mentioned. In expert mode, these potions heal less, half as much. At least this one does. I don't know if all of them do, because I haven't looked for all of them, but I think they would probably all be like that. But in normal mode, this heals 100 health, not 50. So at this point, you know, we're not only taking more damage and dealing less damage, and they have more health. But actually, we might be dealing the same damage. They just might have more health. But on top of that, they also were not healing as much. So just different things to consider, different things to worry about and deal with. It's just about daytime. We're just about there. We can see the sun starting to rise up and stuff. It's getting lighter. Hopefully we'll make it through here unscathed. If we get poked by that dude, we're pretty much dead, so I'd rather not have to deal with him at the moment. Shoot him, Levi. Shoot him! Oh, Levi, you idiot. You goddamn idiot, Levi. I wonder if this guy does extra damage. He has, like, claws. Oh, God, no. Knock back, knock back, knock back. Levi, shoot your goddamn arrows, Levi! Whew! Okay. We're getting here, we're getting here. See some fireflies flying around, too. They'll be useful for bait later on. Fireflies at night, really great to just grab some bait real quick so you don't have to try and look for worms in the morning. Worms will be hidden under these rocks. If I break this rock open with my pickaxe here, it'll release worms. That's just what it does. So, yeah, that's just how it is. Yeah. We need to get some stone, too, to make a furnace, but we don't have to do that right this second, I guess. And we probably can't do it right this second, even if we wanted to. Yo, die. All of you need to get out of my face. We'll probably do that in the morning. We'll gather a little bit of stone while we're exploring a cave or looking in the desert for more cactus or something. because we just need to get a little bit. I think you need 10 stone or something like that. Something along those lines. I think. It doesn't count that as a separate thing. Oh well. Let's just put that all together then as one. Oh, interesting. It made it into all this one, though. That's interesting. Very interesting. I don't think I can make anything with this, right? I have to get the anvil and the furnace, right? Yeah. Yeah. So I have to get a furnace. That sound right there that you're hearing, that's good sound. Oh, thank you. That's a good sound. Let's see what let's see what Levi has to tell us for help. You can use your pickaxe to dig through dirt. Yeah, I know that. Furnace 5. Yeah, okay. Crafting here, cool. And then he'll teach us how to craft some stuff, various different things. Okay, now that Levi has helped us out there, helped us survive the night, we're gonna get over this. I am gonna make a second door there because I'm gonna need that. We're gonna head back to the desert at the moment because I would like to potentially, although not guaranteed, potentially get some more cactus to make some armor, to make the rest of my set of armor. It would be very useful to have. Now we'll see whether or not we actually get it, but you know, today we're gonna focus on this particular day. We're gonna focus on getting a little bit of a strength plant. We can trade those for dyes once we get the dye NPC, which will basically let us change the color of our armor and weapons and things of that nature. It's you know, only mildly useful. It's an aesthetic thing. It serves no purpose. I really like sunflowers. I like these things. Oh, god damn it. Now I'm gonna have trouble getting over. Of course I am. I have no running area. There we go. You can pick them and plant them and do other things, but yeah, not gonna bother with it at the moment. We'll deal with that when we deal with that. Let's keep on going. That's a little weird nook there, that little thing. Still not entirely sure what this chasm is down here. We have a vulture, which is, you know, we'll see. Come on, vulture, don't pick a fight with me right now. I really can't deal with this. I don't have any armor, so... Oh god, don't. Gotta use my potions. It's worth it to not die, though. Not really. We'll loot more potions, though, so I'm not too worried about it. That's that thing again that killed me. There's another one over there. So it doesn't look like we're going to get over these guys. I could build a bridge across, but even then I'd still have to fight that one, and that one did, like, a bunch of damage. They shoot sand at you, if I recall. Is that what this one's doing? Yeah, he's throwing sandballs at me. Alright, so, we'll go a different direction. It's sort of unfortunate, because that means our primary option is to dig down. We don't have that much in the way of different possibilities, because on the left here is the desert with these ant lions that are too strong for us to kill, and on the right is the crimson with the other enemies which are too strong to kill. So, until we get some better armor, which I could build some wooden armor, it might be the better choice at the moment. Thankfully I have my climbing claws so I can jump over this. I could also just relog, but whatever. We're going to get a little bit of stone here just so we can build our furnace. It's always a good thing to have some stone lying around. Stone's pretty useful material in general. We'll probably try and collect about 20 at the moment. We don't need, you know, an infinite supply of stone. We'll get a little bit of dirt just to use as stepping stones if we ever need it, which we will, just not necessarily right this second. And we're going to go build some houses. How much wood do I have? 380. Let's cut down these 2 trees. We're going to get a little bit more wood, and then we will go and build some houses because I want some NPCs to help me. The NPCs will be my kind of shield early on in the game, at least until I can get, you know, some weapons that I like and some armor that are useful and things like that. I should clarify, just to be clear, even though we're going to make this guy into a yo-yoer, I will probably not use entirely yo-yos. I mean, some yo-yos, at certain points in the game, it's kind of difficult to upgrade your yo-yo, so it's possible I might swap to a different weapon briefly and then come back. We'll see. I haven't decided yet. But at the very least, it's not a guarantee that I'm going to use entirely yo-yos. So we're going to plant some more trees here. Let's throw down some plants, because why not? Plant some stuff here. I'm not going to plant them over here because we're going to build a house there. But I will plant them on this other side here. I can't plant them here because of the little water there? Interesting. Got some more sunflowers here, which are fine. Got some crimson area. We're going to come back. We're just going to grab these blueberries real quick. Come on, blueberries. We won't touch those sunflowers just yet. Maybe we'll take a peek in here, see if we can get anything. We can get this wood at the very least. This wood will be useful to make a decent set of armor too. So we'll grab the shade wood at least. This is the wood that I'm talking about. I might I might retreat here. I don't think I can beat these guys yet. I don't think I have enough knockback, is the primary cause, yeah. The primary concern. Are they going to fall in water? Idiots. Oh, they can jump high enough, can't they? Maybe not. And they're stuck. But if I go back, they should be able to jump high enough to get the other way. So, just got to be a little careful of that. Let them go over, and we'll pick a fight with them. Ooh, don't pick a fight with that guy. Get over. Thank you. I can't poke them from here, can I? No. This is like a game of tag, pretty much. It's kind of the way it works. They're going to run back to the Crimson, and then I'll turn around and come back. Oh, they're just getting out of the water. Never mind. Interesting. Interesting. Oh, one of these things. I think I'm going to back off and retreat for a moment. I do want to get the shade wood there, but at the moment, building the houses, getting the NPCs up is more important to me. So what we'll do is we'll kind of do that. We'll build these houses up, make a flat surface here. So we're going to do, we're going to kind of beat this Chimera here. Kind of beat the crap at him. Beat him up. He's a little baby one, so he's weak. That's good for us. He'll give us some vertebrae. Not useful early on, but they will be useful later on. Is there dirt there? I mean, that just needs a hammer. Damn it. We're going to build it all as just one big house. Let's kill this thing first. Let's get it out of here. We're going to build it all as just one big house, so kind of like a condominium complex thing. I don't know. Is that about the same size? I kind of like, I'm like OCD where I kind of like it to be the exact same size. That looks close enough. Alright, so let's do, I need to go to the crafting table. We need to make some stuff. I'm probably just going to make a, some shadewood stuff. Shadewood sword actually does more than this sword. Interesting. Average knockback. Does this have average knockback? You know what? We will build this shadewood sword, actually. Go ahead and do that. So now we have another upgrade to our sword, just a little bit more damage. This thing have a nice plus 10% damage, plus 10% speed. That's pretty awesome. All right, so we go in here. We can make a furnace now. It was 20 stone. I think I might have said 10, but it was 20 in the end. We're going to put it here on the edge here, just so I have room to place a table here in the middle still. Table and a chair, which I do need to make that a dwelling. We're going to go ahead and build, I'll probably build just another, is it workbench less wood? No, it's a little more wood. We'll build a table. Just because I'd rather have the wood at the moment. And then let me come up here, and we will get, I think it was about 60, something like that. So that's fine. We'll call it there. Oh, can you guys get out of my house, please? It's not quite as big. I will say in this game, as funny as this quote is to say, size does matter. Size does matter. If you have a bigger sword, and you can get modifiers that make you have a bigger weapon. If you have a bigger weapon, you do more damage. Unfortunately, that's actually going, like, I didn't mean to place stone walls, or walls there, but that's okay, I guess. The chair will be placed depending on the direction you're facing. Maybe I need to make a hammer. I didn't mean to do that at all. I need to get a hammer, I think. Things look messed up. It's, like, messed up my floor and all that, so let me just get a hammer. We'll get a tiny little wooden hammer, and we will, we'll use the tiny little wooden hammer to pull up these walls, which I didn't want to place, and to fix this thing. Come on. Look like there we go. The hammer is what you use to make things, like, look different. It doesn't have anything to do with how they actually... It does have... Sorry. It does have to do with how they actually function. So, like, if you have something that looks different, i.e., I don't know, you can make wood into stairs by using the hammer. So it does have an actual function as well. It is a little unfortunate this sword is so much smaller. I mean, it's much quicker because of the modifier, the deadly modifier, but it's just so small. It doesn't hit anywhere near as much because of its size. We'll deal with that when we get to it. It's not a problem at the moment, I guess, so, you know. Cross our fingers, hope it doesn't matter. Let's see, just to check to make sure. Oh, this needs a light. It needs a light source, right? So put 2 light sources in. I always like to do 2 or 1 chandelier down the middle. I don't know. I'm OCD like that. If anybody has watched my videos and doesn't know that butterfly we can use for bait too, but we'll catch that one later. We'll deal with bait and fishing and all that once we find the fisherman NPC. I'm not going to be, you know, freaking out over that just yet. I'll just kill him. But I'm not going to be worrying about that yet. We're going to come back here to grab more shade wood real quick. Hopefully those guys have left briefly. They'll respawn. As long as I'm in the Crimson, they will respawn. So they will come back. The Crimson, or the Chimeras and all that stuff. See, oh, a dye trader moved in. That's interesting, because I was thinking a merchant would move in second. So that's really weird that the dye trader moved in the game took the dye trader to have priority first. That's very strange, actually. After I clear out a couple more trees here, I'm gonna plant some trees because I want these to grow back on the edge here, so that I can keep farming the edge of the shade here, of the crimson rather, for stuff. Interesting. Kind of just doing some little poke wars here. I don't have the armor to fight those guys yet. I did get a little bit more shade wood. Let's back out here. We'll build another house. Gonna get another NPC. The other thing I'll do here is just show you guys what it looks like, what happens when you trade them. So you can trade with them. Strange plants, I traded. I only have one, so I got some acid dye here. So I can look like acid, which I kind of like, actually. So we're gonna keep that on. We will keep that going. Yeah. You can see the little shackle off my hand too. That's what that chain is. I kind of like that, actually. So we're going to keep that going. That just needs a hammer to beat it to look right. There we go. And we're going to make another house, just like we did. Hopefully we'll get the merchant so that I can buy an anvil and not have to... Is that about the same? That looks about the same. So that I can buy an anvil and not have to worry about... making one. I'd really like to not have to deal with that at the moment, to use up what iron I have to make one. I will if I have to, obviously, but you don't have to unless you kind of force yourself to have to. So, as long as you kind of deal with things properly and, you know, if you know what you're doing in the game, there's a lot of ways to make your life easier is what I'm trying to say here. So, for example, I know what I'm doing, which is why I'm playing expert mode, by the way. If you're starting out in this game, you don't know what you're doing, don't play expert mode. I'm not trying to be a jerk, I'm just being honest. Really, expert mode is not a good choice if you're starting out because everything is harder and you don't know any of the, like, it's not even necessarily secrets. You don't know the crafting recipes, you don't know where to get certain loot, you don't know how to do anything. Let's just check. This should be suitable now. Yes, okay. The other thing we're going to do is build a quick little fireplace on my roof here. As ironic as it is that you can do this and it's safe and everything, I think it's very funny that you can do this. Having that around will boost my health regeneration when I'm in the vicinity, which will make it very nice for fighting at night and things of that nature. I'll also have my allies, my little teammate guys. Oh, I looted a little bit of... Is that gold? When did I get gold? It doesn't matter. I'll take it. I like gold. We're gonna go... It's just about to be nighttime. It's looking like it's dusk here. All the gels, by the way, the slimes, they float in water. So, for what it's worth, if you're worried about being killed by slimes or something, if you fight them in water, they float. So crits give you like super knockback, by the way, if anyone's wondering why that thing's like jumping back periodically. That's the crit. It's like... I don't know the exact multiplier. I don't know if it's like 5 times knockback or 2, you know, whatever it is. But they give you like increased strength and multiplier in both your damage and your knockback. So something to think about. Let's try and kill these guys. I'd really like to get a little bit more shade wood before I turn around and quit, but it doesn't look like that's gonna happen. Things are spawning. You have like a little window of opportunity when you first enter the Crimson and Corruption and stuff, where like the game is like, it gives you this window since you haven't like quite, you know what I mean, joined the, like, been in the system of being in this world yet. Can I plant down here? I just want to plant all of these, make sure they're not all gonna grow. Plants are sort of weird. It looks like, from what I can tell, they're somewhat random. They're not entirely random. There is some logic to it, but they won't grow, you know, if they're so... Oh, that guy had, like, gold... Oh, you know what it probably was? I probably looted the gold from inside of a slime. That's probably what happened. I'm sure there was a slime that had gold inside of him. And, yeah. So, let's see. What, did we get any other NPCs yet? No, he hasn't moved in yet. I'm kind of... I can't wait to get to the mechanics so that I can make automatic doors. That's just, like, my favorite thing to do. I really like having doors that just automatically... go. I don't have to worry about this. This I can use to make dye. I'll deal with that later. That's blue dye. It's much less important to me. I'm going to need a second chest here in the near future. Just because, just kind of because I'll need more space. Let's see. The merchant hasn't moved in yet, so I can't do that. Alright, let's just make my shadewood armor then. I was kind of thinking I'd just save this, but we'll just make it instead. Yeah, crap. Alright, well, whatever. We'll make the shadewood armor instead. And boom, we get +1 defense. We're already at 6 defense now. Perfect. And there's my merchant. God damn it. God damn it, merchant. Oh, merchant. How could you do this to me, buddy? All right, let's see. Oh, I can't open the door because this stupid rock on the front here. So it wouldn't let me open the door outward. That's kind of dumb that a rock would grow there like that. It's, well, I don't know. Perfect. Iron anvil. Oh, even less. It's 50 silver. Perfect. So we're going to buy that because, again, I just don't want to deal with that. We're also going to buy a couple potions here. We'll just get up to, 50. Oh, well, I guess we have 16 now, but whatever. Get a few potions. We don't really need anything else. You can buy this sickle, which is kind of nice for fighting early on if you get the merchant very quickly, but I already have a better weapon, so it doesn't matter. And then the other thing is I like to buy torches rather than using gel for them, because the gel is... I bought too many, but that's fine. I'll just use them over time. The gel is... what can I say? It's a little bit harder to come by than the 50 copper or whatever for a torch. I'd rather just have that. The merchant also sells a few weapons. I look like I'm in like a weird cloak. This is funny. This is very funny. The other thing you can do is just cloak your add-ons. So like my claws and my shackle will have that, and then I'll look great. I don't know. This is a weird. I don't really love this anymore. It sort of looks weird. I don't know, but that's okay. I'll stick with it just because. So we're going to go ahead and drop this down here. We'll typically just end up selling a lot of our low-tier armor that we don't need, but at the moment, I'll deal with that in a bit. I'm just going to put that all down here for now. At the beginning, early on stages, I don't have a lot of organization, you'll see. Don't worry, guys. That'll change very quickly. I should have put the furnace and the anvil next to each other, but because I'm dumb and didn't think about that, we'll put the anvil over here so I can just stand in this doorway here. We have a bunch of tin here. We're going to make some tin. Boom. Got some tin there. Let's go ahead and grab our iron, and we can do the same thing with our gold too, I guess. There's nothing stopping us, so we'll make our gold. We can't do anything with 3 gold bars, but that's okay. Can't do anything, or can't do much with our iron either, I think. Oh, actually, we could probably make a sword with that. Broadsword or short sword. No, I don't care about either of those. Here's the problem, though. If we don't get a modifier on this, this will not be as good as our Shadewood sword. It won't be. It'll do less damage. It won't attack as fast, and everything. And we can't reforge it because we don't have the Tinkerer yet, the Goblin Tinkerer, who lets you change the modifiers. So because we don't have that, I'm actually not going to make that. Because it's a gamble, and I don't really feel like gambling with, what is it, 10 iron? 8 iron. That's a lot of iron to gamble with, and early on, iron can be a little bit scarce, so I'm actually not going to bother with that at the moment. Let's go ahead and do something like this. Just setting up a little tiny bit of organization here. Sorry about this, guys. We'll do stuff in a second here. Just going to make that back into some wood, pop that back down. The rest of this stuff doesn't matter. I should get a little bit more dirt here, just so I have it. We're going to get rid of this cactus too. We don't need the cactus right now. I'm going to get a little bit more dirt here though, just so I have dirt that I can use as some sort of a stepping stone in the meantime. But yeah, we're in a good shape here. We're in good shape. We got 3 NPCs moved in. We got some houses built. We'll probably build more. I'm trying to build them flat so that they can all fight, rather than if you build up when you're fighting on the ground level, the NPCs who are high up in the sky, they just can't help. They can't assist you, which is not great. Ooh, I sort of like glow in the dark, which is kind of cool. I kind of like that, actually. This is like something I can use to make dye too. Yeah, the yellow marigolds, right? That's dye, right? Yeah, makes yellow dye. Anyways, die fireflies. We'll capture you later, but for the time being, we're just gonna kill you. Yeah, alright. So thank you guys for watching. That'll do it for the first episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We're going to be doing this more. There's going to be some editing. There's going to be a lot of stuff. But for the first episode, I kind of just wanted to do like a little introduction for this. We're going to build our first yo-yo as soon as we find our first cave, hopefully. And we will get into it, alright? So thank you very much, guys. I really appreciate you guys watching. I hope you guys like this Let's Play. Let me know if you guys want me to play another game, do another Let's Play, or just even a little look at series, because I think I'm going to start doing a little look at series too. So let me know what you think. And with that being said, I will talk to you guys later, alright? GG, well played, guys. Oh, look at those NPCs helping me out. Oh, NPCs, you're so strong. I love you so much. GG, well played, guys. Elfis out.